let's wrap today with the new champion that was released for Heroes of the Storm. It's Kira, and you may not remember Kira from World of Warcraft or Diablo because she wasn't there. It's an original hero made for the game. They didn't pull from any of Blizzard's very deep character roster, which in my mind was a very big mistake. The fan base overall, it seems like the HOTS subreddit and anything that I've seen about this is super negative. And I'm a little bit negative here too. Just for context, Blizzard had canceled the competitive scene for HOTS back in December 2018, and a lot of the dev team had moved away, and now the players only get a new champion, I'd say, once every 6 months. So when you wait for 6 months and you get Kira, you're not the happiest camper in the world. So I guess my big question here, and this might be like a little doom, but are they purposely trying to kill this game or what?
Well, isn't that lady, you guys might know her name, she left the development team, right? For HOTS.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, somebody had just left, Josh. Yeah.
One of their big lead developers, I think, just got moved to something else or left.
With the state of that game anyways.
But from what I understand, a lot of the people who are fans of HOTS were fans of her. She did a lot of those characters from those games justice in their iteration in HOTS. But I think Matt had tweeted this, and I think he made a very good point. And it is, I don't want to take away from him from saying this, but why add that character in this game's lifespan? You know, why not add a character that people are going to bring people back for, like that, we always go back to this nostalgia thing. Like, wow, they added that character from this game. Mm-hmm. Why add this new character? Like, has it given you guys any incentive to get back on and play, check this new character out?
No, not at all.
But okay, well, here's the thing with me with this fucking character. You guys are getting all worked up. Wow.
There we go.
My thing is like it's kind of from my perspective, it's kind of like, hey, we're gonna invest time into this game. You know what I mean? Like they could have just thrown a Blizzard character in there, but they're kind of saying something by putting the HOTS character in there as well. With the HOTS lore, saying like, hey, this is gonna be here for a while. We're not just, or there's no thought to it whatsoever. I don't know, but
I like that spin and I like the optimism.
Yeah, same.
But everybody knows that game's dying. It's not like it's a secret. I mean, HOTS isn't going to be around in 3 years. Like, I don't need to I'm like shocking anybody's world here, but the 5 players that are still on the damn game, but it's going to be gone. I just don't see why they would do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like the positivity. I like the optimism. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that was the message, but fuck, dude.
Yeah, but like if you're trying to like draw people back in or still make a little bit of money off the game, if you release like an iconic WoW character or something, there's going to be people that are going to download the game again and play at least for a little bit to be their favorite character or like a cool character from Warcraft.
And most likely buy skins too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Instead of fucking, you know what I mean? Some made up Nexus chick.
I like my
Her name's Kira, Dave.
I like my perspective. They're coming back, baby.
I think, Ben, you made a really good point there.
And like they already had a Nexus character with Orphea, and it's just like, I don't know. I
don't like it. Stupid.
Like you already have. I've never even seen her in a game.
You already have like an established, like, character base that people like already know about. Why the fuck wouldn't you piggyback off that instead of like creating something new from the ground up that nobody knows anything about?
I'm telling you, man. I swear they want to. I swear they want to just get rid of the game so they can stop putting time into it.
I give up. It's stupid.
It was the same. It was the same thing with Orphea, right? Like they released her at BlizzCon.
Yeah,
that was like the big thing. Like no one knows who she is. No one gives a shit. The game was already like the writing was on the wall at that point in time. What was that November of last year?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? And especially at an event like that, it just in general at any time. Like why aren't you putting?
Well, who do we want?
I don't know.
Okay, and then just for comparison, before we get too far off. Okay, so BlizzCon last year, they announced Orphea, right?
Yeah.
No one, like, everybody's like, oh, cool, but, like, nobody really gave a fuck. The year before that, who did they announce? Alex Straza and Hanzo. Which year do you think people were more excited about?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Hanzo and Alexstrasza, everybody's going fucking ape shit, and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and like people were pumped up.
Yeah, they had a cinematic
there's a
where like
cool-
both of them were interacting together.
Yeah,
And
the
Yeah,
dragon
right.
Sick.
shit.
Exactly. And then you go from that to fucking some little girl that fucking came out of nowhere that has no fucking background.
I
was
don't know.
bad.
Yeah, it's stupid.
When you guys told me that they added Imperious, I immediately wanted to get on check.
Yeah,
And I don't
right.
even particularly, I'm probably
Yeah,
out
it's
of the
Diablo,
five of
boy.
us the least favorite HOTS player among us.
I'd say definitely, yeah.
And even bringing that character on here was like, yeah, I'll play. I'm downloading it right now. I'm installing it.
Yeah.
I want to play Imperious, and I bought him right there on the spot. Because I wanted to play that character in that game. So I agree with you, Dave. Like, why?
Yeah. No one is getting hyped for a made-up character that has no lore or background. It's just not going to happen.
Mhm.
Especially for like Blizzard, who already has all these fucking characters that have years and years and years of lore and like following and people like loving the character. It just why would you waste development time? Because like especially that you have to build it from the ground up. You have a fresh start.
Yep.
Whereas,
I'll tell you why.
characters have
Because it's a
skin and
testament
ability already.
to the length that they're willing to go to keep the game alive.
I think people are probably excited to try her out on the competitive scene. Oh wait. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Oof.
Let's
get
wrap the
us
show.
outta here.
Let's wrap the
Get us
show
outta
there.
here.
I think that was my favorite show that we've done. I had a lot of fun. I think that was a really, really good conversation. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you for listening as well. If you enjoy this show and you listen to us every week, let us know. Give us some feedback in the comments, or if you really want to help us out, leave us an iTunes review. That really goes a long way, and would really appreciate it. But if you listen on Spotify or iTunes or any of the other major podcast platforms, we post these live VODs on YouTube. If you're into that and want to see our bright and beautiful faces. But other than that, thank you again, and we hope to see you next week.
Let us know what you think of Adam and Ben's shirts.